Good afternoon, everybody. I'm delighted to have with me a lovely lady called Nen Huang this afternoon. So Nen, would you like to introduce yourself and tell us a bit about you for the audience, please?
Okay, I'm glad to. I have been a nurse for 40 years in 3 countries in China, Saudi Arabia, and in America right now. Currently, for 16 years, I have been an oncology nurse. But since this April, I started my health coaching business. I will not say business, it will be a service.
Okay.
So I serve the people who are concerned, are either ignored or dismissed by their doctors. For example, they go to the doctor, they said, my feet are numb, and what do they do? The doctor may just test the nerve conduction and says that, oh, you're fine, we don't need to do anything. Then they just let go and then become a neuropathy, becomes get really painful, get really numb, they easily get an injury, and eventually some people may need an amputation. I have this many examples why we can do something in the health point, not look at the disease only. Another example is why I want to do this service, offer the service in the community. Because I work in the hospital, it's like we're lifeguard. We save the people from drowning, save their life. Then they still have many questions. We either don't have a time to tell them or don't know how to tell them. I have a patient coming to the hospital and my care, and she came in with high blood pressure, lower blood sugar. So she came here, he hospitalized, and the doctor sent her home. She asked why my blood sugar was low. That is a valid question. I take time to explore why the blood sugar is low. I explained to her the body's compensation and why your blood pressure is high. And the doctor said, oh, you come in with high blood pressure, and then your blood pressure is normal, your time to go. And she will ask, what do I do at home with me in as her nurse? I have a responsibility to teach her some, but I don't have that extra time. Only a few minutes spent with her, or 10 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever the time is in the hospital, it's not enough. The one time she will not remember, and she will not know how to do it, how to taking care of herself at home. That's why I said, before you get symptoms or after you discharge from a hospital, you need a health coach. You need somebody to educate you how to take care of yourself. Another example was also a female at her 50s, early 50s. She passed out in the community 3 times. When I met her, that was her 3rd time. Before she came to hospital the 3rd time, she was waiting for insurance approval to do an ultrasound on her kidney. I found when I talked with her, because at the 3rd time, her kidney function was all totally bad. So she needed hemodialysis. She was crying. She shared her scare She said, I'm so afraid of going hemodialysis. I have to get that all my life. What did I do wrong? I said, you did nothing wrong. You follow the doctor. What happened was she was taking diabetes pills. Of course, that pill to lower the blood sugar, that's supposed to do. But her sugar, why she passed out, was she had a critical lower blood sugar. I know there is a non-healthcare audience here, so I will give you the numbers. The normal blood sugar is 70 to 100. Her blood sugar was at 20 or 30s. When she was talking with me and share her scare, she said, I saw two of you. So I know that's a symptom
Right.
or lower blood sugar. So I checked her blood sugar was 19. Why I was talking about her, why she passed out, because her body was compensating her to supply her brain with energy, which most come from glucose, from blood sugar. So why her kidney function getting bad, getting worse? That's because her body is compensating. It's not, we should not blame the kidney. And the kidney, the second time, has nothing wrong with the kidney itself. The kidney function is not as, say, kidney doesn't work. The kidney overworked. We beat the tired horse. Why I say that is like, when the your body blood sugar was too low, critical low, but your body still want to work. How they work? How your body compensate? The metabolite, your protein, your muscle, to get the sugar, because you don't have a sugar. Yeah. So the body not just quit, right? Otherwise, if the body just quit, have a symptoms, your body just quit, that the people die a long time ago. The body don't quit at that time. I'm thinking they don't even need an ultrasound for kidney. It just asked her, adjust her medication. Do not lower the blood sugar that low. Let her monitor her blood sugar at home more closely and eat regularly. That's all the simple things you can do. You don't even need to go to ER. Don't need to wait for pass out to go to ER. She did nothing wrong. She followed all the doctor orders. But what all this happened? I'm just heartbroken to see the kidney function getting totally wrapped from what we do to our body. There's so many examples. I see that in the hospital. I said, I need to do something. I offer my service in the community. I share with my neighbors. I share in Chamber of Commerce. I share with a friend, even with my coworker. Even the nurses at work do not take care of themselves. Sometimes they overwork without think of themselves. So what population most benefit from my coaching? That's mainly three kind of person. The first one, they have a pre-disease, pre-diagnosis, pre-diabetes, pre-hypertension, And the second one is a person, they have a concern about their family history. They have a family history for certain cancer or other disease. They have a scare, they have a concern. When you fear about something, most often what they fear will come. But what else you can do? I use the famous celebrity, the celebrity movie star Angelina Jolie. She had, you probably know, I think everyone know her.
Yeah.
So she had double mastectomy to prevent, per her words, per her statement, and also the medical care field, to prevent her breast cancer. I will always tell the people, you have this gene, you have a family history about breast cancer. Not necessarily you will get the breast cancer. If we apply this same principle, you might have a breast cancer, you remove your breast. How about if you have a risk for lung cancer?
Can't remove the
you remove your lung, and you have a risk for your liver cancer. You remove. That's not the principle we need to apply. And not saying after you remove your breast, the cancer will not come. The cancer gene are still there. The gene can go to other organs, can go to ovaries, go to uterus. Do you remove all this, your organs? No, maybe you remove that organ, but at the same time, you need to continue taking care of yourself. You need to continue modify what you need, you eat, what you take in, and what movement you need to do, and what kind of rest you need to do. There's so many holistically, you monitor your emotions, monitor your body symptoms, monitor what you eat, your intake, your elimination, your movement, your relaxation. All this perspective, you need to monitor. Why I feel she didn't do all that? Because I read an article about her and how her attitude toward food. She can be just grab a bread as a meal. No, that's not taking care of yourself. I know she offer her compassion, offer her love to kids. She adopted many kids, and she offer her love to that. But for herself, she's over mothering others. She didn't care of herself. That's not going to be healthy if you don't eat nutrition food. Just grab a bread. It's not a meal. Not supposed to be support you life, all the activity. And I have one picture of her. She looks so bony. But to the point, I feel like she was almost like the refugee, the people lack of food. So you should not be, you have abundance of food. You only need to pay attention to that. Take a nutritious food. So for her as a celebrity in this world, set a model for everyone. I want her model to be compassionate about others, also compassionate for herself.
Yeah.
I wish my my words can somehow reach her, maybe not, I don't know. But I want this society know you need to start taking care of yourself, especially for the field for caregivers. Some people, caregiver are their caregiving as their profession, like nurses, like some therapists, people working in the healthcare field. But there is so many caregivers in the communities, wives. I met wives taking care of her husband, ignore her own problems, and her problem become bigger. And she has to go to surgery. I see so many wives, so many people taking care of their the wives taking care of their husband or taking care of their kids, to the point even the adult kids, adult not kids anymore, adult children, they provide all their cares, forget themselves.
Yeah.
Another my teaching is I want teach people self-love, self-care. I have a simple exercise. You don't need extra time. You don't even need to go to a gym for that. Yeah.
What makes your coaching different from other services?
I would say I'm a holistic health coach. For me, I have a background of Chinese medicine. I learned the acupressure, the meridian system, the Chinese medicine's 5-element series. Chinese medicine very much look at emotion as well. Like we said in the holistic health, we look at body, mind, emotion, and the spirit. Sometimes we didn't put the emotion in there, but for me, I put the emotion in the holistic aspect.
Yeah.
The whole picture, because many body symptoms originate from emotion.
Yes.
And we needed to look at the emotion aspect to see where they come from and how we deal with that. I'll give you the very example. We deal with the alcohol problem. It said, oh, alcoholic. We deal too much about alcoholic. We blame alcohol. No, we don't have to blame alcohol. The alcohol, the liquor, are tasty, delicious. We need to enjoy it. The problem is how we start drink alcohol as a substitute, not as an enjoyment. One day at my house, I invite a group of friends to come to me. I offer Chinese liquor, the high percentage, 52%.
Wow, that's strong. 52%.
Yeah. My friend said, I don't know you drink alcohol. I said, yes, I drink alcohol, but I'm not an alcoholic. So the problem is you use alcohol as a substitute. When they use alcohol, they found alcohol may help. When they had angry, so the people had angry, they found the things, they found the substance. Some people might grab food, sweets, some people might try different things, might try alcohols. Why the alcohol feel better for when they are angry? Because alcohol, they have a high percentage of alcohol, has the energy of like uplifting you, because they have an energy of upward. So they can burn out, because alcohol evaporate. Then they bring this energy upward. Yeah. That's why that people with angry finally found alcohol. They drink some, they say, oh, I'm not angry anymore. So next time they do the same thing. And then, so there was a cycle for that. They have angry, they found that they drink the alcohol, they feel better. That was a cycle. Then they get a conclusion. I said, alcohol can help my angry. That was the 4 steps. And then for a long time, for repeat many cycles, to the point, they just drink alcohol.
Yeah.
The alcohol already become the part of their life.
Not
they
good.
Don't know any better, even they don't have angry. But their angry problem is still there.
Yep.
So that's why we have to look at manage the angry before we manage the alcohol problem. That's not the real problem. That's the emotion. That's why I focus on. I will speak in an international conference in Paris next March. That I will talk about ride your emotion for health.
Okay.
Yeah. The different, my coaching from others is I look at every aspect of the health, body, mind, emotion, and spirit. And I focus emotion part.
Makes sense, because I know from my own experience in life that people talk about stress. I think most people realize that stress can cause ulcers. So everything that happens in our mind, all our emotions, our anger, our stress, our sadness, all of those thoughts can manifest in the body as an illness. So it makes a lot of sense to be treating or understanding someone's emotional state, because we can, I believe that we can think ourselves better, but we can also think ourselves ill by the thoughts that we're carrying and the emotions that we carry in our mind. And I think a lot of other people hold that same viewpoint. So it's very important to treat, as you say, holistic. If we've got an illness, it could be caused because of something that's going on in our life that we're sad about, or we're frustrated about, or we're angry about, or we're stressed about. Because when we're stressed, the brain generates all these different chemicals, and when we have adrenaline and testosterone and all these, I'm no expert, but I know that the chemicals that our brain produces under different emotional states, if it happens too often, those chemicals are toxins, and those toxins are entering our bloodstream, and if they're present for a long time, they'll affect our body in a very negative way. Too much adrenaline, too much testosterone, and many other chemicals that I'm not fully aware with. So it makes very good sense to me. It makes sense that you're talking about understanding someone's emotional state. It's very important. Very important.
Yeah.
That's good. Okay, well, I have one more question for you. So this is an interesting one then. So you said here, where do you go for help when you need to do a webinar?
I met Paul in a group. I know he's doing the digital webinar mastery program, and also know he taking care of himself. That's a connection between us. And when I do the webinar in the past, I have not done so many, only a few times. I don't know where else I go. I just do it by myself. I learn by myself. I had encounter tech issues. I had spent so long time to get into it work. Now I know Paul is here, available, and he can help me. So I will get him his help, that's for sure.
Good.
I know he can help others as well, but he'll be my first to go-to person if I do my webinar.
It's good to hear. Thank you, Nen. Thank you. So for the people that have watched the interview today, I'm sure they're going to be very interested in your coaching service. What's the best way for people to contact you?
I will put a link, my scheduler link, so people can book a call with me, 30 minutes free call to discover what your need is. Sometimes people don't know what they need. Like I talk about what population I service, but they still don't know what they need. So book a call with me, and we can explore what's your need and how I can intervene about what your concern.
Sure.
Use very simple, applicable modalities, incorporate into the daily life. So you don't need to spend extra time for that. So I will put a link in the chat or later.
Okay.
Yeah.
Super. Yeah. Brilliant. Well, Nen, thank you very much for your time today. That's been really interesting. I'm sure everyone will find that very interesting as well. Everyone should be interested in their health. So hopefully people will get in touch, and I'll be seeing you again.
Thank you so much.
Bye for now.
Bye-bye.